East Gwillimbury for August 2021. We're going to review the stats from the most current month we have. We're going to compare with what happened a year ago in August 2020, and we're going to add a little contrast in that with what happened in July 2021. So a year ago in East Gwillimbury, total number of homes sold across all home types was 87. So again, that number is inclusive of condos, semis, towns, links, detached, absolutely everything. I broke the July and August numbers out slightly differently. So the N is new listings coming to market. The the S stands for sales, which happened through the month, which is represented by this initial number here for August 2020. And A is active listings. Active listings are what carries over into the next month. So they could be cancellations, relists, what didn't sell, that sort of thing. So if we look at new listings coming to market in July 2021, it was 83. 68 sales happened through the month, and 65 active listings, which carried over into August. Now in August, new listings coming to market were 70, 61 sales through the month, and active listings 51. So this is a trend that we've been continuing to see for the last number of months. With the Toronto Real Estate Board stats as a whole, they're indicating that sales were down throughout the entire GTA, which would be true when you're including Toronto. I've just done a market update for Stouffville. Stouffville is actually did experience a bit of a sluggish month, but East Gwillimbury has not. So you got less listings coming to market, sales stayed fairly consistent, and less active listings. So I've said this in videos previously, a lot of these sales are being borrowed from these active listings that we're seeing out there. Average sale price across all home types a year ago, $966,000. That rose to $1,349,000 in July, currently trending at $1,285,000. Now, you might be scratching your head a bit going, well, the market's a little bit hot. How does the average price go down month to month? Again, you have to take this number with a grain of salt, because some months you might have a ton more townhouses that sell. Other months you have multi-million-dollar homes that sell. Again, consider that this is an average sale price, so it's averaged across all home types. So if again you have multi-million-dollar stuff selling, it's going to drag that number up, and vice versa if there's more townhouses or condos selling that month. Sales to new listings ratio is the absorption rate. Tells us out of the homes coming on the market each month, what is the percentage that are actually selling. So a year ago, 75% of the homes in East Gwillimbury that came on the market sold. 81.9% in July, currently trading at 87.1. So again, that very, very strong market for sellers right now. Definitely, if you're talking about what's a buyer's market, what's a seller's market, so anything under 50% typically is indicative of a buyer market. 50 to 60 is a balanced market, in which there's enough supply to meet the demand. And when you start getting over 60 and above, and especially when you're heading towards 90, there is not enough supply to meet the demand. So definitely we are in a seller's market right now in East Gwillimbury. Months of inventory remaining tells us that if no other homes came on the market after today, at the current rate of buying, how long would it take to completely deplete the inventory? So a year ago, 1.4. July was 1, currently trending at 0.8. So again, we're seeing the absorption rate climb. We're seeing the number of carryover listings actually decline. We're seeing the months of inventory decline. So this East Gwillimbury market is staying extremely hot. Sale price to list price ratio a year ago, 100.4. 104.1 in July, currently trending at 107.5, and we haven't seen the 107s in East Gwillimbury in a few months. So I believe what you're seeing there most likely is just, again, lack of inventory, so a little bit harder competition for the houses that are out there. And as we know, the houses that are the nicest generally sell the fastest and get the most attention. So definitely people are competing for those. Days on market to get a home sold, 22, 15 in July, currently trending at 15. So what does this market mean for buyers and sellers right now? For sellers in East Gwillimbury, still very, very strong market. Again, we're sort of in this just under 90% absorption rate. Very, very strong for you. Definitely, though, I would suggest not a market where you're going to, want to play with price so much. You want to make sure that your home is showcased in its highest light possible, and you're going to want to make sure that, you have your home staged in high definition professional photos. If you need an agent to help you with that, I would certainly most definitely be able to. For buyers right now, definitely a market to be a little bit patient in. You know, you obviously homes are being sold, so you know, certainly you can get into homes, but it's one of those things we're still seeing. You know, most offers and most homes being sold either with an offer date, or if there's not a specific offer date being held, typically one is having to be created because of the demand on the property. So certainly I would say, you know, make sure that you are comfortable with the property in terms of home inspection and the state of the property, and make sure you're comfortable with what your mortgage broker is telling you, because you're likely going to have to go in without a financing condition. So I hope you found this information helpful. Any questions about the information I shared here, please do not hesitate to reach out, and I will see you next month, East Gwillimbury.